Good morning. This morning I just wanted to work on my organizer box. And I thought, well, I might as well go live so that I can share it with anybody that may be interested. This was a empty box, and I actually did a video on it, and I wasn't paying attention and the video died. So right quickly I'll kind of go over what I did. It was a box, and I took my ruler and I just drew a line at a diagonal down both sides, and then where they met I cut that out there, and then this part here that's missing I used in order to create these sleeves, if you will. This one right here I left with no divider so that I could put bigger items like envelopes and stuff in it, because I've been working on my Grinch tags all last week, and I've been throwing them into the same box with all of my other tags and stuff that I've been making, and I thought, well, I need to do something so that it's ready to go. I can grab it and it's all the same. So I thought that I would just work on this box and share with you what I'm doing. When I covered this box, I used this craft paper, and I just crumpled it up and then Mod Podged it in pieces all over, and then I just took different distressed inks, and that's how I got this variation of color. And I just did the whole box, so it's pretty grungy looking as it is, but I still have a raw edge, and I thought, well, if I have to look at it, I would like something nice. So I pulled out a couple of things that I thought may go good. These are just some images that I printed and thought that I could distress up a little bit and just add, and we'll just kind of play and see how this goes. So I hope you're far enough back where you can see. Because this will be sitting up against the wall out of my way, I'm not going to put anything on the back. So I'm just going to focus on the sides and the front for right now. But who knows? Maybe it'll turn into a full on. I'm just going to ink these edges right quick just to kind of hide any of the white. We'll just kind of start layering until we get what we like. And happy April 1st to everybody. Can't believe it's already April. Hope everybody had a great weekend. My husband and I were out building a garden table because we were seeing how the onions and stuff were already sprouting. So I'm excited about that. This is the negative of the butterflies that I punched out. And I was thinking, instead of wasting that, that might be a nice, I might be able to stamp that. So I think I'm going to start with that first. I'm going to take the dark, though, because this paper is already dark brown, and the lighter brown colors don't show up. I'm not sure what this is going to do, but we'll play with it. Maybe we'll kind of place it sideways. Just rub a little distressing over, see if we can get a hint of a butterfly. I'm going to start out pretty light because I can always go back over if I need to. Really kind of get up in there. Oh, yeah, it leaves a light imprint, almost like a stamp. Can you guys see that? Get caught up with the camera. I like that. That'll be a nice little kind of background right there, I think. I apologize if I bump my camera. I'm using a tripod. But we ordered a different type of a setup, and it's supposed to be here today, so I'm really excited about that. I have this. It's kind of a shop work rag, I think. It's got its own really unique textures. And it's not a napkin, but like a shop rag. And I thought, oh yeah, see, it's got stuff in it. And I thought that might work as a good background. I'm going to just dress it up a little bit and see as a back layer how that would look. I'm going to get it a little grungy. I really like how the grunge tags turned out. And they'll be going in my next journal. So I'm excited to get this box done so that I can keep my stuff organized. I got a couple of pieces here to play with. Okay, so I'm not really exactly sure what direction I'm going. That clock might be too big. Maybe we'll cut that down. And this is one of my first kind of crafting with me doing this type of a project. So I'm sorry if I'm all over the place. I'm going to try to stay focused. Piece of just brown raffia. And I thought this could add some interesting texture as well. Give it a little bit better look if I pull it apart. Stay on camera here. It's really tight wound, so it's hard to... It's almost like craft paper, but I think it's a little thicker. I'm not sure what they make it out of. I'm just going to rip a piece of this off so we can figure out what we're liking and what we're not. Has anybody created their own boxes and covered them? Did you guys use like this type of a technique, or what type of technique did you use? That would be interesting if you left your comment on what you used and any lessons learned. I know when I was working on this one, after I had already cut it, I noticed, I'll show you as soon as I ink this up, I noticed one thing that I would have done a little differently, and that is this front piece. It has the slot up front that's little on both of them. I might have left this up a little bit higher. This right here is an inch, and I would have left on my next box that I do 1.5 inches. I don't know, I guess if you have anything of any kind of weight, but I would have liked it a little bit higher, so maybe I can build that lip up a hair when we get to that point. So I have just some odd and end things that I thought we would try out and see, and just build upon. All right, so I just have some fast grab tacky glue, and I think we just start layering and piecing and then going from there. I'm going to start right here, I think. Just add some of this down there. This is probably one of the first grungy things that I've made for myself, so I'm excited to see how it turns out. And sometimes things turn out really cool, and then I'm like, oh, put it in that book or put it in that package, and then I don't keep them. So this one I completely plan on keeping for myself. And this is just a piece of, I don't know if you can tell, it's like a coppery colored mesh. It could look really cool here. I'm not going to glue that down yet until I'm sold on it. And then I also cut out some of these butterflies because I thought that would look cool. Just distress up these sides right quick. Might run a little stamping over them. We'll see what they look like. Just really want to kind of get in there, and I'm staying up here where you guys can see and not all over the board. Hi, Stephanie. How are you? I wanted to apologize to you. Last time you came on, I was not even paying attention. And when I was done, I was like, oh, I missed her. So I am so sorry. I know that you had asked about this mat. And the mat is not an actual mat. It's a table placemat. So it doesn't really take the heat very well. It kind of lifts and shrinks, but it works well. I mean, it goes back down flat once I bubbled it, but it really wipes off nicely. So I just wanted to apologize. So I am gonna take this and put a little grid stamp on the butterfly here, I think. Just a hint here and there. And then I have a script stamp, which might be kind of fun. This one is just a blocked script, so I'm gonna just do a piece of it here. And so I can have better control. I'm gonna just kind of touch like so for a better control. And we'll place that underneath there. Not sure what happened to my screen, went blank, so I had to fix that. I apologize. Hopefully I'm still on screen for everybody. So I just kind of stamped that up, and we'll figure out how to layer that on there. Maybe with a silhouette of that butterfly. But I want to kind of make sure my wing doesn't stick out there too far. And that copper, what are you guys thinking of that? And then also, excuse me, reach here. Maybe a little cheesecloth to soften that up too, so it's not so hard. Maybe something like this. And layer it on the butterfly. It's kind of hard to see with my head to the side. Okay, I think we're gonna tack that down. I'm gonna stand up for a minute so I can see what I'm doing. I think we're in a good path here. I'm just gonna add some tacky glue. Let's see if we can get this laid out like so. And then I'll put a little bit on the wings. I'm not going to glue it too much because I think I'm going to want to poke some more layers maybe behind it. So I'm going to try to just kind of not cover up that silhouette, but not get off my pages either there. Now you can still see the butterfly. And then I liked this under there, so I'm going to just put a little tacky grab here. And right quick before this is dry, we'll kind of tuck this layer in, not underneath the cheesecloth. Okay, so Word, put that down first before we'll turn there. Gives a little different dimension right there. A good push. Like that tacky glue, it grabs quick. And then maybe get in here and sponge this up a little bit more. Like so. I'm always turning over my ink pad for some weird reason. There. I'm liking that. What do you guys think? And then I have a piece of this old ticket. So maybe we could feed that coming out of a butterfly. What do we think about that? I'm gonna do it. I like that, I think. Just keep building on and see what we're coming up with. Just kind of push it down in there. That's coming nicely, I think. And then maybe roll up this piece of paper that we just unrolled. For the belly. Let's see. Yeah. I'll just stress it a little bit with maybe some black, just so it kind of pops, kind of stands out from the back layers. Like so. And then I'll just run a little bead right here. Get myself kind of strung out all over the desk. And give it a little push. Grab a hold right there. Yeah, I think I might want one more butterfly up here. I like that butterfly on there. Cover my glue up. I think we should try one more, and I think I'll make it a lot darker. Or maybe a half of one. Let's try a half of one. I'm going to really get on the outside right there. Let's see how this looks. There. Oh, look at that. Can Can you see that? And that turned out cool. Right. And then I think I need something on the edge, maybe some tape. Okay, we'll work on that in a minute. So I'm going to let this dry and go head to the other side. I want I want two matching ones, but that's really not quite dark enough for me. I'm just going to hit this just a little bit more with this Distress ink. Make sure on the other side I do. So this really didn't take very long to make. I probably worked on it. The box itself, maybe an hour or something like that. The longest part that it took was to dry before I could move on, and then I didn't have much patience, so I hit it with the heat tool. What do you guys think so far? Do you like that? I think that looks really cute. Okay, let's move to this side. That'll kind of help put pressure on that back side. And I'm going to use that same butterfly and put him right here and hog it kind of to this side and really get in there. So you guys can see this. Stencils are kind of fun. I guess you can use just about anything to give you the look that you're going for. You know, for a stencil or for any kind of a background. Yeah, see, the darker it is, the better that it pops. So I really am adding some ink to this. I'm going to do one more right here. And I'm going to really get some pressure on here and grunge this up. Really get to the edge there to give the impression of a butterfly. There. What do you guys think? Can you see it? Yeah, and that's the black soot. So that came out nicely. And I have another tag. Now this one, when I cut it out this morning, my centerpiece was a little to the side, and I thought, oh, but I think that it's going to work out nicely where I can put another tag, kind of offset it a little bit. So we'll play with that and see what that turns out to be. But this one I'm going to really distress the edge. This paper is already kind of a muted brown. When I was die cutting, I thought it would help take the color already, so I didn't have to distress the whole thing. Well, let me get back up in here. But what I'm finding is it just because it's that brown color, it still isn't quite as grungy as I would like it to be. Really going to get in there. Sorry, I'm out of camera. Really get in there and really get those sides going. So what's everybody working on today? You guys crafting away? Using that looks kind of dark. Using your creative brains. And I'm going to stamp this one too. I liked that grid stamp. So I think I'm going to try that again. And just using Black Raven. I'm just going to put a little on that side and give it some little here and there. And then I like the little bits of the words too, so I'm gonna kind of push. Yeah, can you see that? Like that. Maybe a hair right there. And then look at that, really pops that silhouette. Another one there might be cool. Let's see where we get within our time frame here. Okay. So I still have a piece of this paper and my sponge. Just give this some good inking around the ripped edges. Like so. Okay, so on the last one I learned to put the wire mesh down first before, I'm thinking maybe like so that this grungy side can show. And some on the sides here. Oh, this stuff is, it's probably because it's been rolled. That's why it wants to pop back up. Give it a good push. I'm going to take some more of our cheesecloth. I think this was coffee stained. I don't think it was tea stained. It's kind of light, but I don't think I tea stained it. Okay. Maybe this way. Okay, and then this one's a little bit longer. I might want to cut this down. Which way should we go with this? Maybe a little sideways, like a so. I think I'm going to cut a piece of this off about here. And then I can kind of layer it. So if this is going to go, sorry, talking out loud, I'm hoping that you can kind of see my thought process for anybody that's trying to figure out layering. I think we all kind of struggle with it a little bit from time to time. I find it's easier if I color coordinate things in my mind, and then I can go from there with layering, and I just kind of keep adding and adding until there, adding and adding until I get it to where I like it and it looks full. Sometimes you don't know where to stop. You just keep like, oh, more. Oh, and it looks like I didn't get his little antenna. Get him laid down. Yeah, crafting and cleaning, getting caught up from the weekend. We were out in the garden getting that area kind of cleaned up this weekend, so the inside of the house was left. So I have that to do too, Stephanie. I gotta get cleaned up and there. What do you think? But I wanted to come and finish my box first so I could put my tags in it. I think I'm gonna do the same thing with this. I'll roll it up. This one's a little bit thinner and kind of longer, so I'll rip it. Add a little glue here. Line that out. So it's a little sideways, but I think it looks kind of cool. It kind of adds to that grungy look. Not everything's so asymmetrical. There. Yeah, so we got that side, the inside, and then the matching side. I'm gonna have to take some pictures of it because I don't think the video is doing it justice, but it's pretty cool. I think I really liking it. I really how about I am funny. Attach that little leg there. Okay, so I was also thinking before I put the trim on, and I'm not sure if I'm going to use fabric or not. I might use a washi tape. That I might punch some holes in here and then run a string of wire so that I could take my little tiny clothespins if I needed to hold something up. But also, I think it would look cute. So I think we'll do that. Clear a space off here. I think I have this old wire I got from an estate sale, I believe. And it's like coppery color. So I think that could be there. Just make sure, find an eyelet that it'll work with probably here. And here's like a coppery colored one that would look cool too. And that should fit just perfect. So I'm just going to kind of eyeball it, I think. Let me pull out 2 of these. Don't knock these over everywhere. Stay in video for you. I'm just going to turn it on its side, put that on its little hole. I have to turn it this way and punch that one, and then I'm going to do the same thing. I have to go left-handed here. Line it close as I can. You guys can see. Right, I just punched some holes there. I got my little one on. So I think I want these on the outside. It's going to go on the inside, but yeah, I like that one. Okay, so this will be the tricky part. So now I'm going to be upside down. I'm going to have the best leverage, but we'll see what happens. I can line that up. Give it a good squeeze. Oh yeah, that worked. If you can see that. That worked well. Okay, let's try this one. There, yeah, that worked good. I I have a pair of needle nose. Get out and kind of make a string here. I think if I pull enough through and then just make a loop here, then that will give me a chance to add more if I want a dangle or just curl the end or whatever. So I'm going to come up just a hair and I'm just going to pinch that. Keep it from coming out. And maybe give it a good bend down. I'll adjust it as soon as there. So something like that. And then I can pull this and give it a cut right from there and feed it through. Straighten that wire out of here. I'll do the same thing here. Give it a bend, and then I'm going to crimp it, bend it down. So I don't want that poking out too much. I think it's wire. It's kind of adjustable. You can tweak it. So I'm going to leave those ends just like that until I know exactly what I'm going to do with them. And if I need to tighten it up even more, so I'm not sure, but I can still clothespin off of that, I think, if needed to. Or if I poke something higher in here. Yeah, see? Little clothespin. Okay. I'm liking that. So I originally pulled out these clock faces that I was going to use. I guess if I wanted to, I could put it in the back, but it's just going to cover it. So I think I'll save these for something else. Just move those out of the way. Yeah, okay. So now the question is, do we use seam binding for the colors? I've pulled out a brown and a vintage green. Or do we use washi tape? Maybe we could do both. I have some Tim Holt washi tape that the colors would probably blend nicely. Let's just try both and see what we come up with. Maybe the mixture will be good. So I'm thinking down the side, maybe some fabric and then washi tape across the front and the back, because that would be good. And I think with the color of the box, I'm thinking the brown. So we'll just go with the brown. And it's already folded, which is nice, because I'm thinking I could just leave it folded, and which will be a nice lip. Grab a hold of, and then maybe kind of crunch it up. So let's see. I'm going to start here at the top and just start running my bead. Actually, I think I'm going to use some Fabri-Tac just because it dries and it's a little quicker and it doesn't gob through. Go down to there. So this is going to be a little backwards for me. So turn this once I get these corner on, I think. Hopefully I'm talking loud enough and I'm not mumbling. Trying to get that crease open just so it like drapes over the side. And then I think, oh yeah, it's grabbing quickly. I think I can pull this up. It's grabbing, yeah, quick. That's good. That little lip is being not very cooperative. Okay. Not sure making it grungy. I'm liking that. And I think I can go ahead and go all the way down there. This last divider sits really close to the edge, but I think I'll be able to, just gonna lift that up, move it out of my way, or around it anyway. That's my hope, so we'll find out. I'm not sure. I think I want the wire mesh over top. Let's see if I can manipulate that a little bit. Kind of push and hold a little bit, and I think we're getting there. Okay. And then my scissors. Put it about there. All right. And then my wire will still turn if I want it to add some dangles to that. And this, I'm going to add just a little bit more glue right here on this. Because when I'm pulling my tags in and out, I don't want to rip it off. So make sure it's held really well. And then scrunch this up in there. There. Okay. A little bit more right there. There, that should hold it down. Okay. So that's what we have so far. We can always add more to it. I think what I did on that side, I'll go ahead and carry right over to this side. Better check and see time. Whew. Okay, so I better get moving. I guess it's funny the way that you're glue everywhere. You get kind of distracted doing what you're doing, and then the next thing you know, 45 minutes has gone by. Same thing on this side, and scrunch and pull. Now, maybe backwards again. Okay. I think I thought process is if I open that up and then run it. Yeah. And that tacky glue, or the Fabri-Tac that's already down, is already starting to get tacky. So it's making it grab quicker, less holding time. I'm liking that. But that just means you gotta give it a little extra oomph while you're dragging or pulling, crunching, whatever it is we're doing right here. The town must be testing its sirens. I hear them going off in the background. Surprised my dogs aren't going crazy. They're kind of loud, which is a good thing. For sure. Oh, what I got here? All right, now we're at this end. So I'm gonna clip this and then add a little extra glue so I can tuck that side in. Right here at the end. Give it a finished look right here. Okay, there. So this is what we're having so far. There's that side. And then there's that side. It's turning out really cute. Now I think I'm going to go ahead and use some washi tape right here. Get it just to add a little bit more. Let's see what color. Maybe this one, because it's got a little rusty color in it. All right. Just kind of rip it off. Lay that there. On the back, I think, right like that. And there I am mumbling again. Sorry. And then maybe that's got a hint of turquoise that came bleeding through the box and stuff, and I really don't want to cover that. So I think let's try something a little different. Maybe we'll poke it here and look like we're holding the box together with tape on the seam. That could be a good thing. Make it look more authentic. So then maybe what I did there, I'll do here. And this one's tiny little piece. Just kind of layer it like so and around that corner. Like that. I'm liking it. Okay, let's do what we did to that side to this side. So a little piecey here. Underneath that ribbon or the fabric right there. And then I was thinking what might be cool too is that packing tape. Have you used that packing tape? I guess it's called packing. Yeah, it's white, or it's the, yeah, like white tape. That could be kind of cool. You could create your own. Washi tape is what I was thinking. You could use your stamps in that white tape and it'd probably stick really well. You know, they use it on freezer wrap paper, and you could probably get some cool images on that stuff. I have to go see if I can find some. Okay. And here, I think I'm going to go just right across the, I'm going to use a different color though, I think. Just a little hair difference. So that's the one that I did have. That one and then that one. And they're both kind of red and green versus that rusty color. So I think I'll use this one, and just because I want to, just kind of come across this top right here. I think that would look nice. Gonna give it a finishing. This one kind of looks like a cigar label. Have to get up in here. Sorry if I'm hollering in the. Go across there and then just kind of fold it over. And give it a good push so it stays. I'll tuck that in on that side. And that in, if I can, there, on that side. Like so. And then that gave a little more kind of grungy look. I guess if you wanted to, if you cared what your inside looked like, you could do the same detailing on the inside. You know, with the fabric or with the craft paper, you could really go to town and design it any way that you want to. But I know it's going to be covered, so I didn't bother. So now, all of the grunge tags that I've been working on, for the different heights and stuff, like this one. So this one's taller, so he can fit there. Or I could even pin him. That could be cute. And I could do a guy's side and the girl side, or however should be the easiest. Maybe the back for just the bigger ones. And then maybe something, and then I can continue to add to it. So on my next project, my thought was, now I have all of my same genre type tags and ephemera together. So maybe you can hold him up something like that, and then the littler ones can go in the front pocket. Let me grab paper or another clothespin. I got a black one that's a little bit bigger, but it'll just help hold it, I think. There. So really you could make these anyway that you wanted to. That will help keep yourself organized. I like it. I may eventually add a little bit more, maybe here where you can see that. Just cover it up. But now I can continue working on my ephemera for my next journal, and I can add to this so it's not all everything thrown into the one box. And it's cute. I like it. I'll take some pictures of it and add it to it so that you can see, because I don't think that the camera's doing it justice. So anyway, that's my project share for the day. I will maybe add a little something hanging on these copper wires on the side. But then again, maybe not, just because I want it to be able to fit up next to the wall and be able to move it out of the way without ripping it. But I think it's nice to look at, and it holds stuff nicely. So I hope you enjoyed my share, and have you thinking outside the box, or in the box, as you will, creating your own little storage compartments out of what you have. And again, thanks for joining me, and I just want to say thank you to everybody that has subscribed to my channel. I'm truly grateful. I'm just extremely grateful for you guys right now, and I just appreciate it, and I want you to know that. So I hope that you have a great day, and happy crafting.